Hello and welcome to our Advent series, All Creation Waits, the Advent Mystery of New Beginnings by Gayle. Today, Advent 15, we'll be hearing about the common garter snake. But hear these words first from St. Isaac the Syrian, who lived back in the 7th century. What is a merciful heart? It is a heart on fire for the whole of creation, for humanity, for the birds, for the animals. Such a person prays for the family of reptiles because of the great compassion that burns without measure in a heart that is in the likeness of God. Advent 15, Common Garter Snake. S played on a rock in September. He can feel summer's punch draining from the sun. Through thin, naked skin, he senses heat evaporating, degree by degree from the air and from his body's loose S. A week later, I see him slide across the gravel path. Now the sun has become, besides his body's warmer, this garter snake's compass. He lifts his thumb-sized head skyward, seeking direction toward a remembered destination. En route, he'll look for landmarks he noticed on last year's trek. This oak stump, that boulder. He'll flick his red-forked tongue to collect the scent that female garters ahead of him effuse, assuring him, "This is the way." He has to arrive before the temperature drops below freezing for longer than a day. If he doesn't, his lithe self will freeze stiff as a stick. He glides along his remembered travel lane for a mile, 2 miles, intent on a particular hole in the ground. Without any tools for digging, this garter, like all snakes, is at the mercy of other creatures, or the mercy of the earth itself, to open a door to the warmer underworld. He knows one door, one den that can meet his needs in the difficult season ahead. It's mapped in his mind and in the minds of all the area's garter snakes. Solitary creatures from the moment of birth, in fall, they follow their maps and slither in from every direction, dozens, hundreds, even thousands massing at the best dens. They bask separately above ground on warm days and slip beneath on cold days. On none of those days do they eat. They're emptying their guts of every particle of food. They must go into their winter confinement clean. Since mid-November, frost has kept them in their underground cell, a chamber deeper than the 4 feet the frost will seep in the months to come. Pools of water and thick, humid air keep their skin supple. With no food in them to rot, they've stopped all digestion. Digestion burns energy. They've positioned themselves where the chamber stays between 37 and 39 degrees Fahrenheit, a temperature that slows the flow of energy through their bodies and holds them perfectly poised between life and death. They are conscious only to keep themselves as effortless as possible, to drink only when necessary, to move only if a hard winter's frost forces further descent. The chill at the knife edge of death sparks a chain of changes in a small gland in the garter snake's brain. Beyond his knowing, he is being prepared. Then, when the ground above him warms, he's cued. The season for sparing himself is past. He and the multitude with him swim up through the dark layers of earth and break from the hole, falling onto each other, a writhing ball of snakes mating. Nearly starved, they obey the more primal survival prod before hurrying off alone to hunt, spending all that they've saved, fervent for life to multiply, to abound. As you listen to this description of the garter snake, what caught your attention? What might this snake teach you about wading through times of cold and dark, of trusting that new light will indeed come, of the time of seasons to be alone and a time to be together? Take a moment to prayerfully consider these questions, as well as how might God be leading you? What might God be asking of you? I invite you again to take a moment to prayerfully share your insights, questions, concerns with God, remembering that the dark is not an end, it's a door. It's the way a new beginning comes. Amen.